Thank you to the honourable member for his intervention here today. really easy question. So, I heard earlier on in the member's intervention when he mentioned he went to university and he thought a lot about economics, and I'm sure the Hansard will reflect that statement. And so, I wonder then if the member could let me know. So, with regard to monetary policy, would the member agree with me that monetary policy is indeed something that is very important for the recovery of our country? Or would the member agree with the Prime Minister that monetary policy is indeed not worth the conversation?
The Honourable Parliamentary Secretary.
Yes, Madam Speaker, I can appreciate some very basic things within economics, whether it's money supply and so forth. But for me, I think that what we need to recognize is that if government didn't, for example, borrow much of the money that was actually borrowed, what would have ended up happening is you would have had Canadians having to borrow more money in order to pay bills, buy groceries. There would have been far more bankruptcies, and the people that would have benefited the most would have likely have been institutions like banks. And what impact would have that had on things such as interest rates and so forth? As I say, I studied about the economy, but I'm not an economist. But having been a parliamentarian for 30 years and listened to many different budgets, I have a basic understanding of how an economy works. And the government needed to get involved, and we did just that. And over my 30 years, I have seen even progressive conservative governments recognize at a time there's a need for government to get involved.